In today's video, we are going to be visiting the highlights of the Medina within Marrakech. So what are you seeing there?
Well, there's a stork up there.
A stork, which means what?
I mean, it's probably an omen, Matthew. There's going to be a baby coming along soon.
Well, it's definitely not mine, so...
It definitely can't be mine. Oh, there we are.
This is an incredibly exciting video because all of the main sites, the mosque, the Medina, the centre, the square, the walls, everything that you need to see, the palaces, is included in this walking tour video. So make sure you stick around for this one. It is amazing, it's exciting. It's also our first day exploring the highlights of Marrakech. Let's get into it. Good morning from Marrakech. It is 8:30 and we've got a full day of exploring ahead. Got to start by showing you this hotel that we're staying at. It's actually not a hotel, it's a riad, but that is because the typical kind of place that you will be staying at when in the Medina is a riad. And it is so beautiful. This is our little balcony area, and as you can see down there is courtyard number 1. With another suite there and an entertainment room. This is the room. This is Mum. What do you think of the rooms?
Oh, they're lovely.
Beautiful,
really nice.
Very themed.
Just look at all this intricate work.
I know. So pretty. We've also got a great big bathroom, bath, shower. Absolutely huge. Everything you're gonna need. But I'm starving, so I'm gonna take you down to the breakfast area. Let's go. So we are starting at the Riad with a very authentic Moroccan breakfast. We've got the Moroccan tea, almond Nutella style thing, that's what they call it.
Yeah, with argan oil.
With argan oil. They basically call it their version of Nutella, which is, in my opinion, a better version. Argan oil, almond, all just mushed together, and you have them with these beautiful pancakes. We've got some fruit, authentic bread, and of course, pan and chocolate.
Oh, I didn't know that's what it was.
French
Here
influence, you know. Wouldn't be complete without that on the table. But what have we got planned for this morning?
I believe we're going on some kind of walking tour.
We are around
incorporating palaces and mosques.
Lots of the authentic stuff. That is true. We've got a very busy, action-packed day ahead where we're seeing all of the main sites in the Medina for the first 3 hours. It's a walking tour. Very excited. Lots and lots to see. So we're gonna have to fuel up with all of this. Ready to go and explore?
I am very excited.
And the adventure begins walking through these beautiful small alleys in the Medina. So this is before all the hustle and bustle begins. It is 5 minutes to 10 and we are walking through the Medina. You can see some of the shops are starting to open, selling all of their good stuff, which is lovely and definitely something we'll be returning to. Look at that alley there. Very cool. But it wouldn't be us without a major rush first thing in the morning to get to our tour that starts at 10 a.m. and it's currently 2 minutes to.
Yeah.
I'm calling him. Abdul, my man, there he is. How are you, my friend?
Sorry.
Nice to meet you.
Sorry. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. This is my mum.
You okay?
So today, we're joined by our tour guide. This is Abdul. Where are you from, Abdul?
Marrakech City. I'm from Marrakech. I'm from Morocco. Nice to meet you all.
So we've got the perfect person showing us around. So the tour begins at Jemaa el-Fnaa Square, which was the meeting point, and it kind of marks the center of the Medina, which is the old city built in the 11th century. And that is what today's tour is all about, exploring the old city. So Jemaa el-Fnaa, which is this central square, actually has many different meanings here in Morocco. And that is because there are many different languages here. Their mother tongue is Moroccan Arabic. Then at the age of 4, when they start to read the Quran, they learn classical Arabic. But Jemaa el-Fnaa also means square of death, and that is because at one point in time, it was the place where public executions took place.
Oh, the good smell.
Yeah, very good bread.
So is this good bread?
Yeah, good. I love
What is this bread called?
The name is batbout.
Batbut.
Batbut, that's the name. Yeah. You can also find kind of like what we call msimmin. Msimmin, the flat one, you know.
Yeah, flatbreads.
Ah, you love that one. Yeah, I love it.
So which side do you drive on in
On the right side.
On the right side? Because it feels like everybody just drives on whichever side they like, and you've just got...
No, so it's always the right side.
You've got to be very careful on the roads to avoid the bikes, the cars, and also the horses. Crazy. Oh, and of course, the ice cream cones. So our next stop on today's tour is Bahia Palace.
Bahia.
And Bahia stands for the name of the Prime Minister's favourite wife.
Yeah.
That's correct, because the Prime Minister who lived here actually lived here with his 4 wives. Abdul, tell me what is a riad?
It's a fountain in the middle and surrounded by trees, by garden, that's what we call Riad.
Ah, so that's the definition. So
Yeah.
this is Riad.
They're 100% Riad.
100% Riad.
Yeah.
So this is absolutely beautiful, and it is one of the courtyards in this palace, but I've got to say it is very, very busy. So if you find that opportunity to get yourself a little photo, use it, because very shortly after there are crowds of people, but absolutely stunning nonetheless, but boiling. Wow, that is so beautiful. And this is the iconic part of Bahia Palace that you probably recognize from all the postcard photos. Absolutely stunning. But because it is so hot in the middle of summer, it is August. It's 44 degrees Celsius right now. There's nobody in the sun other than me. Everyone's in the shade, but it is absolutely beautiful here. What are you doing?
I'm pointing at it, then you can see the size. It's a reference
What is it?
point.
It is a
It is,
grapefruit.
the grapefruit, or pomelo,
Or that.
you will not know whether it's going to be the more acidic yellow one or the red grapefruit.
Why don't we find out?
Pink,
Why don't you grab it off and taste it?
because it's not ready yet.
There's only one way to find out. I've got to say, if you guys are coming to Marrakech, join a tour. I will leave a link in the video description to the tour guide that I'm using, because it is easy to get lost, and it is very, very hot in the summer, and you know, you don't really want to be thinking about navigating your way through. Just rely on a trusty tour guide to take you through. So what are you seeing there?
Well, there's a stork up there.
A stork, which means what?
It means it's probably an omen, Matthew. There's going to be a baby coming along soon.
Well, it's definitely not mine, so...
It definitely can't be mine. Oh, there we are.
For God's sake. I'm not that brown, this is the problem.
You're goldy one.
I know, you guys can stay in the shade, but I'm gonna stay here working on my tan. Okay, because unfortunately, you're darker than I am, and this does not work for me. Give me 2 more days,
Okay.
I'll be darker than you.
I'm sure about that, you know.
Competition.
So take your time now.
See you in 2 days. So this is the Badi Palace, which stands for the Magnificent Palace. And this was built by Sultan
Al-Mansur Ad-Dahbi, the victorious Goldie.
the victorious
Goldie.
Mansour, that defeated the Portuguese, because the Portuguese did invade Morocco and they took control of the Moroccan coast, but they were unsuccessful in trying to take this area, as well as the Moroccans fought back, and with that ransom money, with those reparations, they built this magnificent palace. Tell me about it.
There's lots of storks here. That sound you can hear, listen.
What noise? And what does it mean?
Lak. Now, the sound it's making is the name of the talking classic Arabic, because the name of the talking classic Arabic is al-lak-lak.
Al-lak-lak.
It's coming from the sound.
There you go. And that up there
It's got a nest up there.
is your stork. And this is the main courtyard of the Badi Palace. It is absolutely lovely to just get away from the hustle and bustle and the craziness of the Medina, to just wander through this Badi Palace. It is absolutely lovely here, really relaxing, and I'd highly recommend coming here. But more importantly, with a tour guide, because otherwise you're just aimlessly wandering around not knowing exactly what you're looking at or seeing. So it's good to learn about some of the history history and actually get some background information on everything. It is definitely nice to just get a little bit of respite in the shade every now and again, because it is hot, but it's also got a nice little breeze. So even though it is 42, 43 degrees, it's not actually as bad as everyone makes it out to be. It's very, very doable, but you do need the occasional break and make sure you have water on you.
If you like the history and the culture, you definitely have to come here.
Why is that?
Why? Because it gives you the perspective of the changes and how beautiful it must have been with all its gold and marble. And you can just imagine that. But also you do need a tour guide. There's no point coming here and wandering in.
Do you hear that, Abdul? We need a tour guide.
I have everything now.
So this is all the Mellah, and the way that you know you are in the Jewish quarter or even a Jewish house is if you ever see a balcony with a shop beneath it. That's a Jewish house. This is, he just said, testing your memory, Kasbah. And what is that? What's it look like? Mosque. So what's the name of the mosque?
Is it Koutoubia?
No, because we're in Kasbah, so it's probably Kasbah
Mosque.
Now, here in Marrakech, and to be honest, all of Morocco, unless you are a Muslim, you are not able to enter the beautiful mosques. So we're only actually able to admire them from the outside. But that's fine nonetheless, because it is absolutely stunning from the outside. Now, as you are walking through Marrakech, you will see constant reminders of the earthquake of September 2023, which was a magnitude of 7.4, I believe, and it did damage many parts of the city. As you can see right there, absolutely beautiful. I love all these courtyards here in Marrakech because it is a very dry place, but there is definitely a lot of greenery, considering I'm not really imagining this place gets a lot of rain. And this is the tombstone of Sultan al-Mansur, who created and built Badi Palace. You've actually got a solid gold roof there as well. And I absolutely love the design of these pillars. There's this kind of honeycomb effect, and it is really, really beautiful to see up close. But definitely, if you get the opportunity to take a photo on your own, use it, because this will get very, very busy in high season. And as you can hear, it is time for the call to prayer outside of Kasbah Mosque. Places here in Marrakech don't actually use card. It is the city of cash, so there are many currency exchange places if you do need them dotted around the Medina. And our final stop on the tour is probably one of the most famous landmarks here in Marrakech. It is the Koutoubia Mosque, which was at one point the tallest and largest mosque in the whole of Morocco. Now that is in Casablanca, but this mosque right here, you can see, actually has a stick on top of it. And many of these mosques will have that stick, and that is for two reasons. One of the reasons is to point towards Mecca, so you know where to pray to, where the Muslims need to pray facing. And secondly, for deaf people, because they would wave a flag so that they couldn't hear call to prayer. They would be able to see when it was time to pray. It is also crazy to think that this mosque was actually built in the 12th century and it is still standing. And there is a rule of height here in Marrakech. There is no building or tower able to be built that is taller than the mosque. And we are back in Jemaa el-Fnaa, which is the main square here in Marrakech. And it is extremely quiet compared to what it will look like come the evening time, where all of the shoppers are, all of the people selling everything and anything, all the snake charmers. Abdul, you've been amazing. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I appreciate
Have a good day.
all of your help. Guys, if you want to book this tour, use the link in the video description. It is incredibly useful to have a guide that knows what you're seeing and where to go in the city. So use the link in the video description. Abdul, thank you. See you later. You hungry?
Very much so. I think
We've earned it. Definitely. I've got to say, walking through these markets It is a real experience. It's chaotic.
It's an eye feast.
But absolutely stunning. I love these boards, these wooden boards where the light just shines through, and all of these shopkeepers selling all these different things from soaps to perfumes to fake bags.
Nobody hassling you.
Nobody hassling, yeah, to be honest. You would have expected that, considering our trips in the past to Turkey and places like that. But here, they're not hassling you. But it is absolutely stunning. Safe to say, we are lost.
No, we're not.
Yes, we are.
Okay, what do you think?
Oh, there you go. Is there? Terrace de Spices. We've done the scenic route,
Definitely.
which I'm not complaining about. Took a few odd turns, but you know, we made it eventually.
We discovered things already.
We definitely did. Terrace de Spices is closed. Plan B. So what have you got?
Chicken pastilla.
Oh, lovely. And I've got the grill, which looks lovely. It is lunchtime and we've come to an absolutely beautiful restaurant called the Jardin Restaurant in a lovely outdoor setting. There's loads of greenery around here. There's music, it's partly outdoors, and obviously there is some shade, which is absolutely beautiful. And the food is really, really delicious. There's some international dishes and also lots of authentic Moroccan dishes as well, including this chicken pastry thing, which you can get everywhere. It's a little bit salty and sweet, so crazy combination. But delicious. We've got a grill, we've got zucchini fries, hummus, and everything's amazing. It's actually so good. Gotta say, top notch. Come here, you'll love it. And we are back out of the stifling heat, back to the Riad. Time to relax for the afternoon. I cannot lie, it is so nice after a really, really long day of walking around the Medina, exploring the beauty that Marrakech has to offer, but the hustle and bustle and the craziness, to just come back to a beautiful Riad like this one and just relax and cool off in the pool in such a zen, charming area with such beautiful surroundings. Absolutely stunning here. And a much needed relax after that morning into the afternoon. So nice here. And just like that, ready to leave for drinks, rooftop bar somewhere, cocktails, something like that, and then dinner. Outfit check, looking nice, good. Let's go. Okay, off we go. Café Arabe, which is meant to be a lovely cocktail bar to watch the sunset. What are you using to get around?
I'm using Google Maps.
Google Maps.
Is that okay?
That is one option, but I would actually recommend using maps.me. It is a much better map service. It's free on the App Store, and it also gives you like directions using a compass so you know exactly where you're going. It's also really easy to get lost down the little narrow alleyways, but maps.me does a great job. And just before dinner, we've come to Café Arabe, which is a rooftop bar. It's a nice vibe in here. They do sell food, but I've decided to just pick up a local beer, Casablanca. It's a nice vibe. The sun's going down.
Music's good. 5 minutes walk from where we are.
Can't go wrong.
Couldn't ask for better.
Unless you get a pina colada that looks like that. I'm sorry, that does not look appetizing. Cheers, love. We just realized that you can't always trust Google Maps, or Google for that matter, because we found what appeared to be a lovely looking restaurant called Le Topsil, but after walking 10 minutes down some pretty dodgy looking alleys, as you can see, there appeared to be nothing there. It did look closed, so be aware. August time, which is low season here in Marrakech, a lot of places are actually closed for the month because it is extremely hot and travelers tend to come in wintertime. Plan B. And so when you get to your restaurant, don't be surprised if you hear the call to prayer. It happens. happening all over, isn't it? And for dinner, we've come to a restaurant known as NOMAD, and here there is no alcohol served, so you've got to get your drink beforehand. Mum was a little bit disappointed, because you do like a glass of wine with your meal, but the food here is fantastic. I've got to say, chicken tagine is beautiful. Salad starter was nice, and it's a lovely, lovely setting. I imagine it would be very, very nice though around sunset, where you can actually see the sky changing colour. So try and book for around 6-7 p.m. And I am back to our lovely, beautiful Riad. Guys, be aware that if you do take a wrong turn late at night in the Medina, you might end up entering into the Souks. And if you're in the Souks, there's no real way of getting out unless you find a young lad. So we did fortunately find someone that was able to take us home and out of the riads. He was called the Guardian, apparently. We did end up paying him 100 Moroccan dirham, which is about 8 British pounds, just for the inconvenience, just because you have to expect that. But with that being said, there you guys have it, and that is the end of this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, hit the like button, and also check out these other videos and this playlist right here from the Marrakech series. But as always, I'll see you in the next one.